Our next lesson is on similar figures, but really it's going to be all about writing your own proportions and solving. So, we have one vocabulary word is similar. Similar means shapes are different sizes, but they have the same shape, which means their angles would all be the same from shape to shape, but the sides will be multiplied by scale factor. So, a picture that's 4 inches tall and 9 inches wide is to be scaled to be 2.5 inches tall for display on a website. How wide will the picture be on the website if the pictures are similar? Okay, so here I'm going to have tall over wide. And it doesn't matter, you could do wide over tall. But I'm just going to do tall over wide because that's the order they're given to me in to begin with. So I have a 4-inch tall and 9-inch wide picture, and it's going to be 2.5 inches tall on a website, and we're asked to figure out how wide it will be, so I don't know the bottom of this, it's x. We're setting up our own proportion. Now we just cross multiply and divide. So cross multiply, we're going to get 4x is equal to 9 times 2.5, I believe, is 22.5. Let me just check that very quickly. That is correct. When we divide both sides here by 4, 22.5 divided by 4 is 5.625 inches. And yes, I do expect you to write out the entire decimal there. We're setting up our own proportions, cross-multiplying and dividing. A company's logo is an isosceles triangle with two sides of 2.4 inches and one side of 1.8. On a billboard, the logo has two sides that are 8 feet long. What is the length of the third side on the billboard? So we have 2 to 1. Remember, an isosceles triangle has two congruent sides and one that's different. So we're basically doing the two congruent sides over the one different side. The logo is 2.4 inches on the two that are the same, and 1.8 on the one that's different. The billboard is 8 feet for the two that are the same, and we don't know how many feet for the one that's different. Cross multiply, we get 2.4x is equal to, let's see, 8 times 1.8 is 14.4. And when we divide both sides by 2.4, we find out that the billboard logo is 6 feet along the one side. And last example here, you have 3 rectangles. For the first, the width is 3 and the height is 2. The second has a width of 4 and a height of 3. And the third has a height of 4 and a width of 6. Which, if any, of these rectangles are similar? Okay, so we have width and height, and we've got 3 rectangles. So we have rectangle 1, 2, and 3. The first rectangle is 3 inches wide and 2 inches tall. The second is 4 inches wide and 3 inches high. And the third is 4 inches wide and 6 inches. I'm sorry. I just fell into the trap. It's 4 inches tall and 6 inches wide. They reverse the numbers on the third triangle. So the question here, if they're similar, then these ratios should reduce to be the same thing. Well, 3/2 is simplified. 4/3 is simplified. 6/4 can simplify to 3/2. So do any of these 3 rectangles have the same ratio? Yes. Rectangles 1 and 3 are similar because the ratio of their width to height both reduce to the same fraction, 3/2.